everyone. Okay, so here it is. Okay, this is kind of crazy. I'm trying to get myself orientated. I have a few cameras so that you can see me in two different ways. So I received my physical deck, yes. So I've been with Oracle Card Magic and Soulful Creations with Katja McEwen. And this all started for me in January, so it's very exciting. I started on another deck, and that one was put aside because, you know what, Spirit told me I had to work on this deck, and I'll explain why. So this is all the paper. It came from the printer, and it has arrived. It is called the Sunrise Oracle. Awaken Your Spirit. It's by Rashitza Subati Chowell, and that's me. And I'm going to be doing my opening. So the decks are the size of a classic tarot. It is an oracle card. I did that specifically for the reason in that the templates were provided to us, and I'm doing a lot of ends. I'm sorry. I usually don't talk like that. I do have a script to read from so that I can keep on myself on track. So this oracle deck, there's a few things that I'm really excited about saying about this. This is a deck that is very close to my heart, as all creators have, but this one in particular is about my lived experiences, and every word was channeled based on my life experiences, my introspection that I went through, and the result of that. So I'll go into that a little bit. And what I've done, because they will be going out, is that I'm shrink wrapping them myself. I have my testy little machine here that is hooked up on something. So see, I'm doing that myself. I have my sheets. So that is a learning curve as well with the heat gun. That was pretty interesting. So I'm going to put this box down, and why don't we talk about the Sunrise Oracle. So this is a very incredible journey, and so this is I'm choosing this one particular deck. Look, I have it so well done that I need scissors for me, because I think it's really important. I do have a prototype, but I really want to have my own deck, and so this one is going to be mine that I'll be using. There's that coming off. So I want you to know that I decided to print in Canada for a couple of reasons. So why don't we start out there? I wanted to print in Canada after a lot of research and going through and talking to many different printers and catches, right? This is a very personal experience. There's a lot of variables you have to consider. Reach out to me if you want to know what that was like, or I can even do that. But there's a lot of variables of what you have to consider. I wish it was just so simple as like, here's the kind of quality of paper and go for it. But that's not how it works. So I decided and made the decision to print in Canada. So choosing a local printer was incredibly important to me. So that was a lot of work here on my end. I wanted to support our Canadian economy, but it also allowed for me to have a very hands-on collaborative process with this printing company. The printer I selected was a family-owned business. I'm in business, I want to say, I shouldn't quote this, but I think it's from 1978, and they're 4 hours away from me, so that was really great. It really provided me a peace of mind that comes to having that frequent communication and the close attention to detail. And this connection, I had to have an energetic connection with my printer. For some reason, I was stuck on that. Not stuck so that I couldn't find a printer, but the minute I emailed them and they responded, I knew that they were going to be the ones that were going to be the printer for me. So that was really important for me. And I'm excited to share that with you, what that process was like. This connection with them ensured that any potential issues were addressed really swiftly and keeping everything on track. There's a lot of advantages to printing locally, so that decreases shipping time. I mean, I okayed it. I was actually away in Greece for my son's wedding, And they were saying, like, maybe we should wait till you get back. I was like, no, I have somebody who's going to be there, not to worry. It arrived at my doorstep a day and a half later. So you don't have that long time wait. It reduced in environmental impact and our carbon footprint. That was really very important to me. And you know what? It was so important that I have the connection with the team, and their professional and commitment reassured me that, you know, they were going to do and work to the very best of their ability to bring my vision to life. They understood very much so. So that was really great. I mean, the director of operations is the daughter of the couple who owned the business. So that was really cool. So the Sunrise Oracle, I just want to say that I also chose, as you can see when I pulled it out of the deck, there is no guidebook. So I really had to think about this, whether I would have a physical guidebook. And so I consulted several experienced readers, and they all encouraged me to focus on building intuition rather than relying on the guidebook. And they all said, you know what, it's important, yes, for beginners. And but generally they don't use the guidebooks anymore. So for me to really, say, should I have one? It's you don't need it, they said. So I created a digital version that is available, as well as a PDF for people. And I think that's important. So which can be easily accessed. And I'll show you how they'll do that. And this approach really aligns with my philosophy of trusting my own inner guidance. And so that's what is about this deck. So why the Sunrise Oracle? It's deeply personal for me. It's born out of my own life experiences, like I said, particularly during a time of darkness, I want to call it, and challenge. My daughter was struggling a great deal, and I found myself saying one day I was completely unsure. I wasn't prepared at all. And I remember saying, you know what, the sun always rises. And those words became our mantra. We still use them, and we still have our challenges. But when I said those words, I was wanting to offer hope and strength and resilience and the ability to see that there is going to be another day coming. And, I felt Spirit guiding me. I don't know why that came up, but I felt Spirit had guided me through those moments. And this deck reflects that journey of resilience and transformation. So on the outside of the box, it's a tuck box, and I decided on that too. And I really wondered about that, like hardcover Oracle card deck. And so this is the prototype that was sent to me. This prototype, just to create for the deck, cost $320 Canadian. So you have to think about what that cost is going to be if you were to print it per deck, and that came to just under $11. So that's pre-deck printing. So that's what this costs. So that's why I went for the tuck box. I had discussions with my mentor about that, and there's nothing wrong with having a tuck box. It's a great quality. Actually, it's an 18-point card weight. It is the core is blue, so there's something you have to learn. I really appreciate that, and I'm great. I'm really okay with the fact that there's room. My card deck is 58. This will hold 78. I don't know how 20 more would fit in that, but it does. But I like it, actually. I like having the space that this provided me. So I wanted to just say this project really holds a lot of meaning for me, and being involved in every step is very important. And so that's why that I've done two things. I'm shrink wrapping them myself, and so that's pretty important. But I also included, and I had these printed up just at Staples, I included a thank you note from me to everyone. And my thank you note is thanking those people for supporting the deck, whoever purchases it, and then, what each card, how it was channeled, and that what my deepest wish for them is. Anyways, when you purchase the deck, you can read it. But the other side as well, I put on some additional information about my website, my Instagram, my my YouTube site, and then my other card decks that you can get on Deckable with my little QR codes, and you know what those decks are, and just that I really appreciate them, my name, and with love from Rashitza. So that was really my little personal touch. For the guidebooks, what I did is part of the deck, so it's actually 59 cards. This card actually has the QR codes for the electronic version, which is so cool. And I'm going to hopefully do a video and I can show you that, as well as the PDF, which is actually the size of a guidebook. It's 106 pages. So you can actually have this QR coded while you're doing your readings and have that electronic version. So those are two things that I wanted to really touch upon. So that's with every deck. And my writing on the back is, on the back of the tuck box says, this mystical deck of 58 cards invites you to embark on a journey of self-discovery and emotional empowerment. Each card will ignite your intuition, encouraging you to explore the full spectrum of your feelings. The Sunrise Oracle will awaken your spirit, illuminating your path to personal growth and deepening your connection to your emotional self. Bask in the sun's rays of self-awareness, facilitating change and transformation while nurturing growth and spiritual evolution. So that's the back of the deck. So looking at the deck, I did something else that was really different. So this is born out of the mantra and then all the words that it channels. Like I got up, it was 2:30 in the morning. I was co-sharing a house with two other couples for a little mini vacation. And I got up and I wrote out 58 words that were to be written for this. And they haven't changed even with the iterations and what I chose to do. And then I was told that I needed to really focus not on imagery specifically per card, but to have one image. And I really struggled with that concept because it's so very different. And just one image that would be on each card, but the words and the wording and the key descriptions and all that is going to be the focus, as well as building intuition. So I did that. And so I came up, this is the back of the deck, and I know you all saw this. And then, oh yeah, I forgot to say thank you to everyone. This is the color that I chose. I love the green. And the cards are 14-point cardstock, black core, so that was really important to me. There is a bit of a sheen. I wanted between a matte and a sheen. I didn't want the full shiny. And here is the sunburst. When during my research, I was looking at, sunrise and sunbursts and stuff like that. And I found that there's no decks that are out there that works on the interplay of your emotions and the sun. So what does that mean? So what that means is that, we have a whole spectrum of the different types of emotions, just like the sun can be warm or could be scorching hot. It can illuminate, and it can illuminate ourselves, show the shadows that are there. So it's a really fully comprehensive kind of deck. And when I looked out there, there was nothing out there. There was nothing about sunrise oracles. Some have sun in them, but not necessarily sunrise. So that was the direction that I took. I love the back. I love the finish on this card. I looked at some other decks that some of these, other creators have that have big publishing houses for them. And there's some that I was really surprised didn't have even the 12, which is less than this. And I did that for a prototype, but you got to go 14 or above for my personal preference. And that's where I am with that. So looking at the sunburst, you'll notice looking at it that it is particularly a color similar to the solar plexus, which is pretty freaking cool because that's the direction that I was going. And so if you know anything about the solar Axis, it's about willpower, personal power, taking responsibilities for one's life, taking control, mental abilities, intellect, forming personal opinions and beliefs, making decisions, setting direction, clarifying judgment, self-assurance, confidence. Like this is crazy how building this relates to that so much. So it was really important that I maintain that. And that's what that looks like. So when someone is choosing whatever card that they choose, there are other colors, and you'll see that sunburst is about high frequency. It's about bringing you to high frequency. So if you're not at that frequency, what is it going to take? What do you got to do? Where you got to go? What direction do you have to take? What decisions do you have to make to get there? That's what this is about. And then, you know what? The box, and so that's just kind of basic, but the box is green. So like, how did that happen? Like, why is all of a sudden, it's not orange or something like that? And that is about the heart chakra. And that makes absolutely great senses for myself. When we're looking at the heart chakra, we're looking about, the bridge between the 3 upper, 3 lower. You probably already know that. But it is about compassion and creativity and love and understanding and knowing why you encounter the things that you do. And, with the free-flowing love. And it's about high vibration again. And this comes together as the package. I mean, it's so amazing to me that this is intuitively what transpired. And as I'm growing and evolving and learning about this, more about myself, that this is what's coming up. So here's the 58 cards. It's the same image. So the purpose is for someone to choose their card, hopefully place it in front of them. I'll just show you, like I have a little card stand that my husband and his friend made for me. And you look at this and you say, okay, this is the word that I have related to whatever is your inquiry. And what does this mean? Look at that. Look, another one just fell out. Oh my God. You can't make this up. Change. So for me, that's talking about changing my perspective, changing the direction that I need to go, understanding that that is what I require. Let's just see if I want to look at what change means. From the guidebook, here is what it says. It says embracing growth. Well, didn't that happen today? And the prosperity statement talks about, I extend outward radiant energy in all the aspects of my life, celebrating its transforming power. Wow. So how do I radiate this energy in all aspects of my life? And that's really interesting, because when I finished my walk, I was really happy with the fact that I knew that whatever was coming my way, change, was going to be for my best and highest good. Like, I really felt that resonate inside, and I was smiling. I was really like, this is great. The personal inquiry questions, like, so that's like, getting into a little bit deeper, says, how can I cultivate a mindset that embraces the inherent potential for transformation within myself? Well, that's a great question. And then what steps can I take to intentionally harness transformational power and celebrate its positive impact? So that is another aspect. And so I'm really, really pleased. As I do this and I'm talking about it, I'm more excited. I'm kind of like a little almost energetically just, and I think it's okay to be that way. So that is the Sunrise Oracle Awaken Your Spirit card deck of mine. The more I talk about it, the more I know that this is the direction I'm going to take, and I'm very, very excited about that. My apologies if this went a little long. I didn't mean to, but join me, contact me if you have any questions. Join me on my YouTube. The launch is going to be October the 1st. That came to me. that goes with the moon cycle. That came to me intuitively yesterday, that was the day that I'd be launching my deck and my YouTube. I'll have tutorials there, card readings. I really just want to give out to the world what I have gained in my life. And you know what? I was having that remembrance yesterday when I was going through the very first video, day one of the fortune tellers. That's I'm sorry, I can't remember their full title, Katja, sorry about that. But you know, the 200 ways that you can use oracle cards in your business. And I remember, for my highest good, I want to give back what I myself have learned and how empowering that has been for me. So that's the deck. Thank you so very much. I look forward to any questions that you have or anything. And you know what? I would love to talk more about how to get yourself ready for that printer. That itself is quite a challenge. And I look forward to hearing any comments or thoughts that come your way. And the very best to you. Much love. Peace out and take care.